Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel, welcome back to the channel, hope you're doing well. Let's check we are live. Before we go any further, let's check that we are live. YouTube hates me sometimes, doesn't like me going live. As always, I don't mind talking to myself, but I'd rather talk to you guys. Where's my channel? Oh, I found the video. One person's waiting. It always does this. And I don't know, I never know if this part is live, if that makes sense. It only takes a minute or two to catch up. We are early as well. Normally I'm 7 o'clock. So we are early birds. Come on. Oh! Audio sounds okay. There we are. That's all the technical stuff taken care of. Okay. Like I say, we are a couple of minutes early. Yeah, apologies as well. Your boy is ill. I don't know if it's flu, man flu. If it's man flu, that's serious. Or just a bit run down, got a cold. I know, pray for Tony. Send positive vibes. Facebook's a thing where you can do the heart, the care thing. Can you do the YouTube version of the heart care thing for Tony? Oh gosh. Yeah, so what we're going to talk about tonight. If anyone's going to jump on in. Right. Here he is. Before we get going, let's get the dog out of the way. Come on then, you. Up. Come and say hello. Oh, look. We got a dog. I've got a dog. Say hello. Kiss. Oh, give us a kiss. Oh, yes. Kiss. Oh, hello there. We are live. Right, cush down then. You can't come up. You can't come up. Cush down. Apologies. That was my dog Rossi. It's his channel as much as it is mine, by the way. Donald Mackerel Gaming. What is occurring? Thanks for the shout out. Earlier on I did see it while I was on my break in work. He's early. I was making a pie. Why is that funny? I was making a pie. Sorry for interrupting your pie making. Me and the missus are ill too, matey. I think there's something going round, isn't there? Actually phoned in sick. It was overtime, so I think it's okay. Yeah, I've been ill all weekend. So didn't make any plans because I was going to work on Saturday. But I was ill, so I didn't go to work. I just had a shitty... I was too ill to play video games. That's how ill I was. Played a little bit, you know, but no, it's getting everyone. There's a few of us off in work as well. There was a couple someone went home early today, you know. Okay, what was I going to say? Yeah, so what we're going to talk about tonight, we are get well soon to you and the missus as well, Donald Mackerel. I hope it's not too bad. I'm hoping I've come through the worst of it. I started to feel ill Friday, really ill Saturday, really ill Sunday, and struggled. My energy levels are going down in work today. Yeah, so hopefully we get better soon. So what are we going to talk about tonight? Right, so this video is going to be, it's a VR, I'll have a good VR, the video is 10 games for 10 systems. 10 games for 10 systems. And it's a VR to a friend of the channel, Girl Pain. I will, once I've finished this video, I will add them in the title, the thing. So Girl Pain and John Riggs. Probably know John Riggs, and you probably, if you know my channel, the chances are you know Girl Pain as well. both gaming channels, very good gaming channels, okay? So 10 games for 10 systems. And funny, I actually watched John Riggs' original video. Well, that's a good idea for a video. And then Gulpane picked it up then. He started doing the VRs. So this is my VR, okay? But what I'm going to do, I think I saw a few YouTubers have been doing it. I think, yeah, Retro Red Steve. Shout out Retro Red Steve, my next door neighbour. Fellow Welsh YouTuber. He did it the way I want to do it. I haven't gone for my 10 favourite games for these systems, okay? Because they're quite popular games. So I've looked at my game collection. Some of them are really big hitters, popular games. But some of them you might have heard of and not played, or some of them you might never have heard of, okay? Ricky Jones, what is occurring? Check out the hat, Ricky. Check out the merch. Thank you very much for my birthday present. Much appreciated. Sorry, there might be the odd cough or two during the filming of this video, so apologies in advance. We are live, okay? So what I've done, I've picked 10 systems. I've got more than 10 systems, but the ones we're going to talk about is I've got my handhelds. We'll do them first. So I've got PSP, Nintendo DS, and Nintendo 3DS. I've got Xbox and GameCube. And then we're finishing off with PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. Bam, Bino. Okay. Good evening. Smaug, what is occurring? How are we? Not enough Welsh in this chat. Oh, that's better. Yeah, happy days. Yeah, Donald Mackerel, AF Smug, hope you're well, Tony, and chat. Bit under the weather. Get your violins out. Get your virtual air violins out and play me a sad song. But also positive vibes to Donald Mackerel. He is ill and his missus is ill too. Okay then, where should we start? Right, we're going to start with handhelds, okay? So, this game, I didn't have back in the day, but this is the game that made me buy a PSP. And it's really funny. I found this game in the CX. It was in Carmarthen. Shout out Carmarthen CX. And directly opposite is a cash converter, or I've heard the phrase crack converter. I can't remember which one it's called. They had a PSP in there for a bargain, like boxed everything, really good bargain. I think I paid 20 odd quid for it. You know what I mean? It was a steal, okay? And the game is Darkstalkers Chronicle. Absolutely Darkstalkers Chronicle, the Chaos Tower. This game is fantastic. And it's not an expensive game, or it wasn't an expensive game. For some reason, I think it was £4 or £8. I got those two numbers. It was less than £10, okay? I've definitely more than had my money's worth with this bad boy, okay? And before the Capcom Fighting Collection Volume 1 came out, this was by far the cheapest way to play a Darkstalkers game. Because before this, or other than this, most of those games are stuck on the Sega Saturn. You're talking hundreds of pounds if you want to buy those games, okay? So, if you've got a PSP and you half like your fighting games, this is an easy fighting game. It's an easy pick up and play. It's a good cast of characters in the roster as well, okay? Yeah, we're starting off with, for the PSP, Darkstalkers Chronicles, the Chaos Tower. That deserves to be in your collection, okay, guys? I think this is my latest Nintendo DS game in the collection. Castlevania Portrait of Ruin, okay? One of the reasons I've picked this is amazing. I haven't finished it yet because I'm having a bit of trouble with my 3DS. I play these on the 3DS. So I'm having a bit of trouble with that. Oh, comments. Nice lad, love Akira. Yes, thank you, Ricky. Yeah, representing. Sorry to hear you guys are ill. Tony O'Donnell, speed recovery, lads. Ah, thank you very much. I'll be better by tomorrow now. You said that. Yeah. So getting back to this, amazing. This is my favourite Castlevania game. I've played probably about half of the games in the series. Or Symphony of the Night. It's up there with that, okay. But what I love with this, you've got your partner characters with you, and if you want to get into this, this is the expensive way to go, okay. I think I paid 40 to 50. It's around the 40 to 50, or maybe more, okay. But for £20. This is on the There's a new Castlevania collection. Yes, it's digital, but it's on the PlayStation 5. I think it's on the Xbox, and I believe it's on the Nintendo Switch as well. So you've basically got the DS Castlevania games. So I think it was 3 or was there 4 Castlevania games, and you get the arcade version of Castlevania, and they've remade it as well. So there's technically a brand new Castlevania game out there, guys. It only came out like a month ago or something. Haven't jumped on it yet, but I definitely will be. I'm sure it's £20. An absolute steal if you're half into your Castlevania games. And I personally think the golden era of Castlevania games was on the Nintendo DS, okay? So it's really cool that these almost unattainable, expensive games like Castlevania the Night is silly money if you want a PlayStation 1 copy. But it's really cool to have these games in just easy collection to pick up on the PlayStation Store, or Xbox Nintendo Switch. Symphony, alright, sorry. PSP was minty like your mum. Are you picking up on the Oh, good one. Not my words, haha. Symphony of the Night quickly became one of my faves of all time after playing it for the first time this year. You're even later than I was then. I bought that. It went on sale. It's got the 2 Castlevanias. I can't remember what the other one was. It's on the collection. I bought it for something like £3. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I didn't know it was on digital. Because it was like the ultimate holy grail. I just wanted to play that game. But you're talking hundreds of pounds, isn't it, if you want a physical copy of that on the PlayStation. Like, at one point, it was one of the most expensive games in CX, wasn't it? And then it was like £3 something. I was like, it can't be right. And so I couldn't, once I realized, I couldn't buy it quick enough. Yeah, great game. I think it's still installed on the PlayStation now. I kind of dip in and out of it now and again, Okay, so that was my choice for the Nintendo DS, okay. Plasma 90, what is occurring? Hope you're doing well. A little bit under the weather, so sorry if my voice isn't as sexy as usual. But yeah, we're getting through it. I started 2018, but didn't finish. I haven't finished it yet, I gotta be honest. Not the best at the Castlevania games. Complete playthrough for Symphony Night this year. Enamored with it. Yeah, don't blame you. It's an amazing game, isn't it? Okay. Last of the handhelds then is going to be the Nintendo 3DS. Quite a big franchise. So it's Tekken Prime Edition or Tekken 3D Prime Edition. Okay. And you might have heard of it, but did you know, I was actually talking to someone in work today about this, did you know that the animated movie, is included on the cartridge? Did you know that? That's the only way I've actually watched that. It's quite hard to find that DVD. And it's going up in price. I think in CX, if you can find a decent copy in CX, it's not expensive. On Amazon, it's around about £20. But did you know it's on here as well? And it actually looks really cool. You can argue it's you're watching it in 3D kind of thing. Ricky Jones, I like the Castlevania anime. Oh yeah, that was awesome. Really, really good. If you haven't seen it, guys, on Netflix, isn't it? All on Netflix. 2 series, maybe 3, maybe. But the first series was really small, wasn't it? But it did so well. I think they chucked a bit of money at the developers. We want more of this. and they very quickly pumped out season 2, you know. So it's kind of an educational video, so if you didn't know, the movie's on there, but it's a really good game as well. I think this is actually my favourite 3DS game, or Street Fighter 4. I could have picked that as well. So everyone's heard of Street Fighter 4. It's the best Street Fighter, isn't it? But it's £5. If you've got a Nintendo 3DS, there's no reason, there's no excuse why Street Fighter 4 isn't in your collection. And they've done an amazing, top tier job of that game. Okay, it's not just a straight port. It's designed for handheld, you know, because you've got the touchscreen things you can do on it as well. Okay. But my pick for the Nintendo 3DS is Tekken 3D Prime Edition. Okay. Moving on to the Xbox. Now, I thought a lot, I might be wrong, I thought a lot of people knew about this game, but I'm watching some YouTube channels and they're kind of talking about it. It's like a hidden gem, and I thought, well, I had that game. This game came out on my birthday. That's probably why I had it brand new, you know. Blaze with Calamity Trigger on PSP is probably my favourite fighting game. Played a lot of that as a kid. Awesome series. I know I got Calamity Trigger on the PlayStation 3. I think I've got that as well. But yeah, very, very, very good game. So my pick for the Xbox. Yeah, sorry, I was saying about like some people don't. Yeah, it's almost like a hidden gem. It's a really good game. That's why I'm recommending it. But the game is Brute Force. Now, this was one of the first games I owned on the Xbox. Like most people, I took one look at Halo and thought, I need that. So that was my first game. My second game, I remember this clearly, was Medal of Honor. That was fantastic as well. My third game was Hitman 2. That was amazing. So I thought all games on the Xbox were going to be that standard. I can't remember, there was a couple of games there and I had some bad experiences, like trash games. Oh, a Zurich or something, like an RPG, the next big thing. And no, it was alright, but it was nowhere near it wasn't in Halo's territory, okay? But this was one of the games, so it's a Microsoft game, okay? And it was a long wait between Halo and Halo 2, wasn't there? So when this came out, I just wanted more Halo, okay? Like, I must have finished Halo easily 10 times on the Xbox, okay? I just go exploring and stuff like that, because you didn't have money to buy every single game back then, did we? So I had birthday money, and this is the game I bought, okay? So if you haven't played it, okay, it's like a squad-based third-person shooter. I can't remember if you can change between third and first, but I like to play it in third person. And it's an half-decent story. Like, you start off as like the muscle-bound commander, and each character has got like a special ability, and it's really different. But again, you were looking at the shadows there, but this shadow here, this guy here, his name, oh there he is, this guy here, his name was Wenger, and I think he's either the first or second character that you gotta like recruit. You like rescue them and they join your team, so you've got a team of 4, and then you get sent on these different missions and stuff on different planets, and every planet is very different. Visually, it was a treat back then on the Xbox. But the thing with Wenger, if he was a fighting game character, he's broken, because he was so good, where basically his special ability, I think the first guy, the commando guy, went into like, you can only do your special ability for a certain amount of time. So his ability was almost like a berserk mode, where he can use two guns and he just mows everyone down, kind of thing, and only lasts a short period of time. But what Wenger's was I remember it clearly. I haven't played this game for years. Like he goes Venga kind of thing, and then everything goes black and white. You know, like the Predator vision. I know he's got different things on his vision, isn't like different modes he can select, but it's black and white, and all the enemies are a bright color, so you like almost got heat vision. But whilst he's in heat vision, so that's amazing. Makes the game so much easier. Like if you're in the jungle level or the forest level, the enemies stand out really like sore thumb. But whilst he's in that mode, he's regenerating part of his health. So it's like I can't remember the two women because he was my main, if you know what I mean. And I know it's a first person shooter, but he was so good. Do you know what I mean? Darren Macro Gaming. I've never owned a DS, but my Xbox choice would definitely be Stubbs the Zombie. I need to get that, and that game's I think it's going more expensive, isn't it? I see it out there, and it's one of those games from back in the day. I thought I'd play that one day. I remember it reviewed really well, didn't it? And I think one or two of my mates had it, and they all spoke very highly of it. Yes, good, very good choice. Yeah, but my choice for the Xbox is Brute Force. Now, as far as I'm aware, this game is dirt cheap. It's like 50 pence. I paid 50 pence for this. I've actually got two copies because one of them just crashed halfway through. It's dirt cheap on the Xbox and PS4. Oh, you're talking about Stubbs Zombie, is it? I don't think this is... No, this isn't on the Xbox. I'll have to keep an eye out for that then. That's definitely a game I want to get back in the... Or get in the collection and play, you know? But yeah, as far as I'm aware, this is 50 pence. It won't be more than £2, okay? Unless something drastic has happened. And it's skyrocketed in price. But yeah, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck there, okay? Now, GameCube. I was going to do Ikaruga, okay? But then, I'm not sure if this game is... this is definitely what I would call hidden gem territory, okay? It's Freedom Fighters. It's a little bit more expensive on the GameCube, but this came out on the Xbox and it came out on the PlayStation 2, okay? All three versions are fantastic, okay? And this is one of the first games I played on the Xbox, because I grew up with the Xbox version. But I remember it clearly, where I read the front, if you see there, it says, from the makers of Hitman 2, and I just finished playing Hitman 2. I thought it was amazing. But the problem I think this game had, I'll tell you how this conversation went, okay? Look at the back. It's not the best looking game, okay? And in this era, this generation of games consoles, okay, graphics, people put graphics on such a high pedestal. If it didn't look good, it just wouldn't sell. People weren't interested. People literally would judge a game by its graphics. I don't know, if it didn't say that on there, I might have passed it by, but I'm really glad I read the cover, okay? So that's where it had me. But I showed, basically I was in work, I was working in Curry's, I opened the box, we put in the delivery away, and I said to one of the guys, oh look, he was an Xbox kid as well. I said, oh look at this game, and he went, oh, look how terrible the graphics are. Kind of, he just wasn't interested. I don't think it reviewed, I think it was like a 7 out of 10 kind of game. But I think actually this might have a cult following, or there's definitely a following out there. I've done a playthrough on my channel when my channel was pretty much brand new, because I want people to experience this game. It's got a half decent story. It's not going to change your life or anything like that. But what it does different, I'm not very good at explaining this, okay? Or explaining it very well. It does, each level has got maps, and you can choose the order of the maps that you do, but you also can leave one map, go to another map, and go back. I'm not very good at explaining that, okay? Jack Tosser, where were you today, sir? Where were you? You got the illness as well, have you? We've all been ill. That's Jack, one of the boys from work. what's it called now? Dub plates. That's something else. That's another wormhole we're gonna open. But yeah, basically, I'll try my best to explain it. Okay, so there's one level, okay, and like these helicopters and these like tanks just mow you down. You can't go any further, okay, because the helicopters they'll just mow you down. They'll follow you. Jesus Christ! I learned the hard way. I didn't really realize how to play it. I wish those helicopters weren't there. So then I thought, right, what I got to do, if I can blow up the helipad, there's no helicopter, so I have to leave that map. So go down a drain pipe, basically, like a fucking Ninja Turtle. Go down a drain pipe, leave that map, and then go into the other map, just blow up the helipad, then I went back, and the helicopter was gone. Genius, absolutely genius. Similar thing with the tanks. I wish those tanks weren't there. Then if you go to another end part of the map and then blow up the bridge, they can't get there. And I just thought, it's such a simple game, but it's like a thinking man's third-person shooter, okay? Oh, and it automatically reloads as well. I got a terrible habit when I'm playing a shooting game of spamming the reload button and then dying because I'm halfway through reloading a sequence. But yeah, it automatically reloads as well. But yeah, I freaking love this game. The only thing is, it's a short game. You can probably 5 hours. First playthrough, probably 5 hours. Once you figure out what you got to do. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that. So that's my choice for the GameCube. But I think GameCube version's probably £8. But GameCube tends to be a bit more expensive. On the PS2 and Xbox, I've seen it 50 pence. It won't be more than £2, £2.50 now, okay? Just catch up on the comments, Jack Tossell. B-Nil. Won't be in tomorrow either. Sucks, man. But it's so hard without me. I'll tell you a funny story. It's about work. I'll share it with everyone because it's so funny, okay? If you're still there, Jack, you are going to laugh. So... This actually happened today, right? So one of the boys is on holiday, right? So we are short-staffed, okay? So one of the boys has gone on holiday, but his mate just starting today. He's agency like me. So his mate, good worker, everything like that, okay? But he was a no-show. He just didn't turn up. So we were like, oh, God. So he's built him up. He's built his mate up. And he didn't even turn up, kind of thing. So someone messaged the boy who was on holiday, where's your mate? He didn't turn up. What are you on about? He told me he was there. So it turns out, right? So he messaged his mate, where are you? He goes, I'm in work. I'm there. He'd gone to the wrong building, right? So either next door, it is a little bit confusing in this guy's defence, right? I didn't know where it was at first. And I used to work next door to it for a year or so. So he'd gone to a bit. I can't wait to, he's coming there tomorrow, hopefully. I can't wait to talk to him. So he'd gone, I can't imagine, it's just spun me out. He'd gone to a random building, not ours, and said, oh, I'm agency, I'm here to work. My name's whatever. I don't know what his name because I've never met the guy. And they said, okay, so he's done half a shift for some random building that he wasn't supposed to be been working. Had a text message, why aren't you in work? He's like, I am in work, kind of thing. Then he realised he's in the wrong place. So I think that's so funny, like. But it's like, he's lost a day's pay now because he lost what he would have earned with us. So I don't know, is he going to earn money for working for this other company? Or what kind of companies just take random people in off the street, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm here to work. Yeah, okay, come in. Didn't mean no interview or anything. What a shambles. That just made me laugh at, dude. Right, sorry, a little bit of a random story. It just made me laugh today. Now, we're going to do PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4 and 5. We got one for 5 as well, which I'd say is a hidden gem, okay? PlayStation 1, or PlayStation, if you want to be exact. The best, or my favourite, racing game of all time. Motor Racer 2. j'adore this game. I've spoken about it before on this channel. Simple. It is a PlayStation game, okay? But it's just enough. It doesn't overstay its welcome. So you can choose, do you want to race on the roads or do you want to race dirt bikes. There are real bikes in there as well. You can change the bikes. It shows you basic stats and stuff like that. But you start off with, because you don't know the tracks, the slower accelerating bikes, the faster accelerating bikes with lower top speed. That's what I used to do, because I knew I'd be bumping into the walls or falling off all the time. So I tried and accelerate. That's where you need the acceleration. But as you get better, you went top end. You're not touching any of the walls because you're so good at the game. I was addicted to this game. The only problem was, back then, my immature teenage days when I was playing this, I used to go out on my motorbike in the middle of the night, thinking I'm like Valentino Rossi or something, riding around the streets in Wales, you know what I mean? But yeah, Motor Racer 2, if you see that game out there, go and buy it. What a bulb. Yes, he was. Not funny though, do you know what I mean? Right, this is the when I thought I'm going to do a VR on this, the first game I thought would definitely be in this video, okay, for the PlayStation 2, is Spectral versus Generation. Has anyone heard of it or played it? Because I found this blind buy. I found this by chance. I'd ordered it. I'd ordered a game on CX. And do you know at the bottom, if you buy a lot on CX, or familiar with the CX website, do you know, once you select a game and you click on it, do you know below it says you may also like or recommendations? This came up. I can't remember what that game was that I'd bought. It was obviously a PlayStation 2 game. And Spectral vs. Generation came up. And I looked at the cover and goes, that looks like a fighting game. Never heard of it. Okay. So I did the old quick search on YouTube. Not a lot of videos about it. Okay. But what I do, I'll click on review. Like Spectral vs. Generation review. Then I'll read while I'm watching the review, I read the comments, and loads of people with positive things to say about it. And I would say, I know why it didn't sell well, but I would say it's like it plays like a Street Fighter game. It's like, I'm not saying it's as good as, but it's very similar to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, in my opinion. Okay, that's the vibe I got when I was playing it. Again, I'm not comparing it to that, okay? But I think the reason, similar actually to Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, the reason this didn't sell well is it came out at a time where everything had to be 3D. Like platform games had to be 3D or it wouldn't sell. So everyone was on the 3D train. Fighting games followed that trend. Everyone would... like look down their nose. Oh, 2D. That's the 90s. We're in the 2000s now, kind of thing. Trust me, guys. That's a great. It is a. I'm not saying it's as good as Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, but this is a great game as well. I don't know. I think I paid either £6 or £8 for it. I have no idea how much it sells for now. Okay. But if you see it out there, if you're half interested in fighting games, definitely recommend picking that up, okay? Just catch up in the comments. Donald Mackerel, knowing Midas games, it'll be something else. Someone else's games with a different name on it. Yeah, I don't know much about Midas. I don't know. Oh, Craig's here again. What's occurring? Craig's here again. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've had a good week, Tony. Not the best, bit under the weather, but other than that, all good in the hood. You know me. Looking forward to watching on Catch Up tomorrow. Clicks here again. Spectral Generation, nice pickup. Yes, it is very good game. Trust me, guys. I hope it hasn't gone silly money, because sometimes the rarer games or the lesser known games become rare and they go silly money, but it's worth 20 quid. Any day of the week. I know I didn't pay anywhere near that. I don't know, just in case it has gone up in price. That's why I'm saying that, okay? Okay, so, there's quite a lot of games I could have picked on the PlayStation 3, okay? But I decided to go with, because I love this game, Civilization Revolution, okay? Very, very good. It's a port of a PC game, isn't it? They're all designed to be played on the PC, aren't they? And people said, the consoles can't pull it off, the consoles can't pull it off. Trust me, this is my favourite. This strategy is a strategy game I've ever played. I love this game. It stands the test of time. I've probably played it hundreds of times, and time goes so fast when I'm playing it. If I've got 2 hours to kill, this is the perfect game to put on. Simple controls, and the way I like, you can play it any way you like. You can trade with other villages and stuff like that. You can be aggressive and attack any other village, because the idea is for like world domination kind of thing. But the way I like to play it, wherever I'm playing as, I won't trade with anyone. No thank you, no thank you, no thank you. I won't attack anyone unless if someone declares war on my city, my country, I'll annihilate that. I'll go all out. But the best way for me, if you've played it, the most satisfying way for me is to convert your neighbours. So your other countries love what you're doing so much, they want to leave their country and come and join your country or tribe or whatever it is, you know. That's the way I like to play that game anyway. Yeah, outstanding game. Again, price, I don't know. I think it's dirt cheap. It's an absolute steal. Do you know what I mean? But I've more than had my money's worth with that game, okay? So that's my choice for the PlayStation 3. PlayStation 4, I've gone for Deus Ex Mankind Divided. This game's something like £3 or £4 as well. I don't know. It's a shame we haven't had another one in the series. I love these games. There was a time in my life when the PlayStation 3 one came out. It came out on my birthday, and I would have told you then my favourite game of all time is the Deus Ex or game franchise. Now it's Street Fighter, isn't it? But back then, I loved these games. I loved the world that they build in, the cyberpunk world. I loved just breaking into someone's apartment. I know it sounds creepy, right? I'd break into someone's apartment just to have a look around, and like I put the bed over there. I put the telly would be on that wall so I can see out the window. I was immersed, and I used to get lost in this world, you know. And again, you can buy a cheap, nasty copy. This isn't the disc is fine, which is the most important thing. Okay, but I bought this the day it came out as well. It's quite an early release actually for the PlayStation 4. It is a shame we haven't seen another one. But loads of people go, I think I've seen it, or I've heard of it, but I've never played it. There's no excuse. It's so cheap. They're not very... Like, I played the Xbox one, the PS3 one, and this one. And I love every single one of them. And it's so cheap. So, anyone after a good... It's a first person... I suppose. It's like Cyberpunk World, obviously. Like, it is a shooter, but there is a way you can get around most conflicts without firing a bullet. You know what I mean? You can play it stealth as well if you like. That's a really good fun way. I tried to do stealth till I get spotted, then it's all guns blazing. But there is a way you can like increase your stats, for example, on dialogue, and talk your way or charm your way out of every single situation. Or you can go like, I could be a super hacker and hack all the drones to do all the fighting for you kind of thing. It's a very, very, very clever game, okay? So that's my recommendation on PlayStation 4. Last one, guys. I gotta go get a drink. My voice is going. I haven't played it. I'm guilty, okay? We're spoilt for choice. We're in the golden age of fighting games, aren't we? So my recommendation, okay, is DNF Duel. Amazing game. It isn't talked about enough. It's come out, basically this game came out, then not long after Street Fighter 6, and all the hype of Street Fighter 6. So it's not going to compete with Street Fighter 6. Then it was Guilty Gear. It's more similar like a Guilty Gear game, okay? Then they had some new characters drop. Then Mortal Kombat 1 came out. Then Tekken 8 came out. It's kind of, there's only so many games people can play, you know? But it's a fantastic game to watch other people play as well. I've always said visually, I don't know about now, because Mortal Kombat 1 is really, it's lovely on the eye, isn't it, Mortal Kombat? This is definitely in the top 5 best looking games I've ever seen, okay? So obviously it's on the PS5, the most powerful console I own. But it's great. If you like it's more over the top anime fighting game, okay? If you like Guilty Gear, I prefer this to Guilty Gear Strive. It's not better than Guilty Gear Xrd Rev 2, but for the PlayStation 5, if you're after, dare I say cheap, I bought it brand new. It was on sale on Amazon. I don't know how much it goes for now, actually. If it's around about the £20 mark, buy it right now, okay? Very good. It's very hard. It's not the easiest fighting game I've ever played. The bosses, basically every single stage, there's a bit of a difficulty curve, you know. It's getting harder and harder. Normally in a good way, but then it gets very, very hard. Okay, it's a wacky range of characters. Oh, I can't remember my main. It's the one who had all the bullets, and her name might have been Bullet or Fire. I can't remember. She was like gun heavy, projectile heavy. I love that. Really cool looking character as well. Okay, so that's my recommendation on the PlayStation 5. So that finishes that off then, guys. So that's my 10 games for 10 systems. VR to Girl Payne and John Riggs, okay? So it again, VR, it's an open VR. This isn't my VR though, okay? So if you're going to do a VR, I'll put those channels in the title, okay? So John Riggs and Girl Payne, okay? Donald Mackerel Gaming, not one mention of Carl Vorderman Sudoku, unsubscribed. Have I told you the story about that game? There's a crack converter in a lovely town called Llanelli, okay? And I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this story. He's not with the girl anymore. Girls are strange, aren't they, when it comes to gaming? Like you know, Donald Mackerel. So they had this crack converters, okay? It's probably there now, and I might be going to this. I might be going to Llanelli. Might be going to Carmarthen, Llanelli on Saturday game hunting. I haven't asked the boys yet, but I think I might go, right? So they had Carl Vorderman's that Sudoku game in there. And we always laugh, and my imaginary friend Chris, I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, the girl he was living with at the time was very jealous of Carl Vorderman, and anything Carl Vorderman, she thought Chris fancied her. Who doesn't? Do you know what I mean? But she's aged well, basically. I think you called her a porn star, didn't you, Donald? In one of your videos. Yeah, so if he bought it, he was like almost saying, oh, she'll throw it out kind of thing. So we were always joking, I'm going to buy it, just for his birthday. It was only like 50 pence or £1 kind of game, you know. But yeah, I think, you know, this weekend, if it's there, I will buy it. Like another one we do the silly things, is the soundtrack for Neverending Story. It's always in one of the shops we go to, and we're always pretending, oh, I'll buy it for you, or you buy it, whatever. And one day, my imaginary friend Chris, I had a stack of games. I don't know how we done it. So say there's my stack of games. I'm at the till. He put it in between my games. So I'm there, yeah, just these, please. And the guy's scanning away, innit? And then I saw fucking the soundtrack. And I was like, oh, sorry, I didn't want that. Chris is in the back laughing his head off, like. Yeah, we're always playing silly games like that, you know. There we are, guys. I think got 45 minutes again. They don't put mingers on countdown for the letters and numbers, girl. Haha. Oh yeah, what's the other one now? There's the new one. She's been there years now as well. Rachel Riley, is it? Yeah, she's easy on the eye as well. But Carol Vorderman, she's aging. She is literally aging like a fine wine, isn't she? Anyway, this isn't the Carol Vorderman channel. Tony Vorderman, we'll call the channel, is it? There we go, guys. We'll cut it off there. Again, if anyone wants to do a VR, it's not my VR. It's Girl Payne and John Riggs. Okay, so open tag if you want to tag those channels in it. You can give me a mention if you want to. Okay, that will be much appreciated. Yeah, thanks for stopping on by. I love these videos. I love Mondays. It is the worst day of the week, but it's nice to chill out with you guys. That's right. Yeah, Rachel Riley. Yeah. See, I do know stuff about porn stars. I'm not calling them that. That's Donald Mackerel who's calling them that. Cheers to the vid, Tony. Cheers, chat. Yeah, have a great week. I might, depending on my health, there's a few things coming out tomorrow. There's Mortal Kombat have got a new DLC. I'm pretty excited about it, I'm not going to lie. So I've cleared over 100 gig free on my hard drive. So I'm planning on buying it tomorrow. And if I'm going to do story mode, I will stream it, okay? I'll do that first, so you capture my raw first thoughts. I like to stream stuff like that. So if I'm feeling well enough tomorrow, or Wednesday, or Thursday, or Friday, at some point, I will stream Mortal Kombat 1 for you guys. Yeah, thanks for... Cheers, chat. All good. Right, just make sure I haven't missed any chats. Yeah, have a great week. Love you. Bye.